Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back. I have to say, I had to take a couple of days off the YouTube videos because my head has been melted like yourselves over the results in recent times. Keith here from Come On The Hoop Celtic. If this is your first time coming across the channel, please do like and subscribe. Before I get into talking about Celtic, I just want to put it clear to you. I love the club as much as you do. We all want success. We all can take a win, a defeat, and a draw. But it's the manner of the football this season under Brendan Rodgers is the question. Is the question. We can all point at the board and say the board hasn't invested. Yes, they haven't invested in the right quality. They haven't taken this championship serious. They haven't taken this treble serious enough. They just, plunk Brendan Rodgers in, give him $3 million a year and hoping that we can just ride this. And we've been proven wrong and wrong and wrong again this season on the pitch. There's no urgency pushing forward. Goalkeeper doesn't want to play tippy-tappy football. Liam Scales has the most touches of any centre-back in all the European leagues. Brendan Rodgers' win ratio since he came back on Celtic is 62.5%. And the question to you is we have 12 games left, which we all want to win the league. Do we have enough in the tank to win the league? This is my counter to this. First of all, a captain is not at it. I love Callum McGregor. I salute Callum McGregor for the last 2.5 years as been a captain, but my God, this season, he is very, very off it. People have asked me in the podcast, would you drop Callum McGregor? Who are you going to give the captain the armband to? There's no one else really in the team that has leadership qualities. He needs to get his finger out and start playing more constructive football. I've said this so many times. We have a Wata there that's back from injury. Play a Wata in the defensive midfield position. Push Callum and Matt up forward behind the strikers. Push them up forward, getting goals. We see that what Callum can do when he hits a ball. So I think his captaincy is up for question as well, as much as he's brought 5 trophies, but he's only turning up for the derby games and some Champions League games. It's not good enough this season. Second thing is the tactics. Regardless if you play 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 4-4-1-1, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because we're playing too much defensive football and the confidence of some of them players is gone. It's gone. Some people are saying, has Brendan Rodgers lost his dressing room? If we lose this weekend, if we drop points this weekend, I'm going to turn around and say, on my post-match reaction, yes, he has lost it. So I said it the other day, he's lost it, but looking into it more, I was angry and frustrated. I feel like he's losing it with certain players. He just can't get out of him. He just can't get that spark out of some players. Like we had Matt O'Reilly there that was unbelievable the first half of the season. And since he's been linked with Atletico Madrid, his head is gone. His confidence is gone. It's absolutely gone. Lewis Palmer, he's starting to become a dud, even though I did praise him at the start. I feel like he's just a dud. He's expecting too much. Too busy making TikTok videos dancing around his living room than giving the end product to Celtic. Can't convert the penalty for his life. Situation with Liel Abada is a shambles. Let's just get rid of him out of the club. If he's not contributing, I don't care what the background reason is behind it. We're paying him a decent wage. If he doesn't want to be there because of what's going on, the whole conflict with Palestine and Israel, move him off. We need players that are committed to this cause. We don't need distraction. And I'm brutal as I am. I'm a fan. I want success at this club, and we can't have people that are, causing trouble, causing distractions. We need everyone on board to win this title. These are all saying keep the faith. Keep the faith, 12 games to go. But I'm sure 80% of you on Saturday were like saying get rid of Brendan. Because he's our turns ahead over a couple of days. Have a think about this, folks. It just feels like it's getting worse and worse. Look at the Aberdeen game. You had a feeling they were going to get back into it. Look at the Kilmarnock game. We all had this good feeling they're going to get back into it because we're not clinical. We don't know what a second goal is in the game at times. We don't know how to kill teams off. Ange's teams pushed and got the third or fourth or fifth or sixth because they had that belief. They had that good management. And Brendan Rodgers is not producing it as a manager at Celtic this season. League Cup disaster, embarrassed in the Champions League, got 2 derby wins, which is holding his job together. Let's be honest. the 2 derby wins. And I feel like the fans are just relying on these derby wins, the next 2 derby games, to win this league. It's not just the derby games that we have to do to win the league. We have to win every single game in front of us. We went to Fair Park early on the season. We got a result there in the dying embers of the game. We were poor that day as well. So what has me convinced that we're going to win this league? Not a lot. Not a lot. The only thing that has me convinced is people keep saying keep behind the team, stay behind the team. You stay behind the team regardless if you go to games or you sitting there and watch on your telly. The football is not exciting. How can you be excited? How can you keep cheering the team on when they're not taking chances on the opposition team, when they're playing boring football? How can you do that? How can you motivate yourself to sit there and watch 90 minutes of football while you sit there, watch your back to the defense, just passing along like it's a game of 5-a-side or something? It's not worth it, folks. They need to get it together. And if he wants to prove himself and resurrect his Celtic career and go down as a good Celtic manager, because what he's done in the past is in the past. That was a different term. And I'm grateful what he done in the past, but I'm not grateful for this season's performances as a fan. It's embarrassing. Good result at Tynecastle, decent win against Hibs, decent win against Aberdeen, and that was really it. A couple of derby wins, that's it. The rest of the season we'd be missing. And it just shows that injuries, lack of urgency, tactics, it's all backdated. It's not going to work. And yes, we had an 8-point gap, and it's our own fault that we shot. It's our own fault that we took things for granted, because that's what happens. You should be going out from the first minute, getting a goal or two, pushing and making sure that team that you're playing against is gone out of the game by half time. But that's not Brendan Rodgers' tactics. Brendan Rodgers' tactics is, just keep going. We'll just, we'll hold off. We'll just try hit the flanks. The wingers are not good enough. Simple as that. So that's my rant. I know you'll probably think I'm a Debbie Downer and that I'm thinking too much of it and throwing my toys out of the pram. There's enough evidence there if you go through the games that we drop points to show that this team at the moment are not looking like a championship winning team ahead. So hopefully they prove me wrong. So I'll speak to you all soon.